Hello, grade 3. Today we have a lovely presentation from Ms Dilpreet, who works down in the office and works on Power School, which is where we put in your grades. She is wonderful. She has created this presentation to teach you all about what life is like in India. So let's give it a shot.
I was born and brought up in central India in a place called Raipur. After marriage, I moved to the western part of India in a place called Pune, which is also known as the Oxford of the East. And this is my family. India is a country that has always amazed me, and I'm sure anybody who has visited, sometimes for its beauty and sometimes for its chaos. Today we are going to explore India and learn about its rich cultural heritage and diversity. Millions of years ago, India was a large island situated off the Australian coast. About 50 to 60 million years ago, India slowly smashed into Asia and formed the Himalayas, one of the largest mountain ranges in the world. And Himalayas has the highest peak in the world, called as the Mount Everest. Though India is a part of the biggest continent, Asia, it is so huge that it is referred as a subcontinent, touching borders with countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan. Many of you will not know that India did not have this name from the beginning. In fact, in the past, India has been renamed by several rulers who invaded. It was called as Aryas, meaning the land of Aryans. It was also called as Bharat after the King Bharat, one of the first rulers of India. Persians called it Hindustan, and Greek called it Indus. It was only after independence that India, in its constitution, got its first official name, Republic of India. Well, South Asia is one of the four early places where human civilization began. It began along the Indus River, which was a part of undivided India. Indian land was dominated by three main physical features: mountains, rivers, and massive triangular-shaped peninsula. The Himalayan mountain range formed a tough barrier and protected India from northern infiltration. The main river that fertilized the entire North India are Indus Valley River, now in Pakistan, and Ganges River in the modern India. The Indus River is another site of the world's first human civilization, called the Indus Valley Civilization. These are some of the remains of Indus Valley Civilization. This is the Great Bath and Well in Mohenjo-daro. It is believed that the Great Bath was used for baptism. Let's look at the timeline of the history of India. Indus Valley Civilization began to emerge in 2800 BC and vanished in 1700 BC. There are many theories behind the destruction of Indus Valley Civilization. Some historians believe foreign invasion, and others believed that an epidemic or an earthquake could have destroyed the civilization. alphabetical writing began to spread in North India. In 500 BC, new religions like Buddhism and Jainism were founded. In 327 BC, Alexander the Great conquered Indus Valley but was soon taken away by King Chandragupta Maurya, who brought the entire North India into one leadership. These were the richest eras of ancient Indian civilization. This era saw the formation of caste system and many religions emerged. Mughal and British came much later. Mughal Empire lasted almost 300 years and British ruled India for another 200 years. After a long-fought freedom struggle, India got independence on August 15, 1947. Indian Constitution came into force on January 26, 1950. These 2 days are celebrated as Independence Day and Republic Day in India. Let's look at the modern India. With 28 states and 8 union territories, India has a population of 1.3 billion. It is the most populated country in the world after China. We have several languages. Each state has its own language. About 1,652 dialects are spoken in India, and the currency of India is Indian rupee. Our current Prime Minister is Mr. Narendra Modi. This is Indian flag. Each color has its own significance. The saffron stands for courage and sacrifice. White color symbolizes truth, peace, and purity. Green color symbolizes prosperity, vibrance, and life. The Ashoka chakra in the middle represents righteousness and progress. The 24 spokes of the wheel represents 24 hours of the day. Let's look at the national symbols of India. The national animal of India is tiger. National bird is peacock. National fruit is mango. And national flower is lotus. This is the picture of Mahatma Gandhi. He is one of the most renowned personalities of Indian history, known all over the world for his belief in nonviolence. Under his leadership, India got independence from British rule in 1947. He is also known as the Father of Nation. India is also famous for its rich and cultural heritage. Several classical dance forms originated in India, which are now famous all over the world, like Bharatanatyam, Kathakali, Manipuri, Kuchipuri, and so on. There are 45 popular folk dances and many more, mostly all related to some festival. The costumes are so vibrant and colorful, and the dances are extremely popular in each state. There are several religions and festivals in India, and we celebrate all festivals with unity and harmony, whether it is a Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or Christian festival. We all celebrate these festivals with equal enthusiasm. Let's look at the famous monuments of India. Each slide will show you the monuments that are famous and most visited in India. This is Maharaja Palace and the Charminar in Hyderabad. This is Taj Mahal and India Gate. This is Maharaja Palace and the Charminar in Hyderabad. Red Fort of Delhi and Gateway of India in Mumbai are very famous. Let's talk about Indian attire. Women in India wear sari, salwar suit, and during traditional occasions, a lehenga. However, they are equally fond of wearing Western outfits. Indian clothes are generally very colorful. These are examples of what men wear during festive occasions. Indian weddings are generally very grand and pompous. It can last from 3 to 5 days. Special costumes are worn by the bride and groom depending on which community they belong. Now we come to the most interesting section of this presentation, food. The list of food items in India is endless. Every region has hundreds of specialties, and Indian food is famous all over the world. Not to forget desserts. Which one is your favorite? India is also the largest producer of spices, and that explains mostly all dishes in India have a number of spices. They are very flavorful. We have our own food map. This brings us to the end of today's presentation. I hope you would have learned many new things about my country and enjoyed the presentation. Take care and stay safe in your home. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you so much for watching the video, everyone. Ms Dilpreet worked really hard, so I hope that you've learned a lot about India from her. She loves India so much, and she was thrilled to show you the video. All right. So now that you have watched the video, what is your job? Well, what you need to do today is you are going to write the date. So it is Wednesday, April 15th, okay, and 2020, and your LO, which is I can retell and, whoops, that says retell. I can retell and summarize information. And what you're going to do is all you are going to have is you are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are going to write 4 facts that you learned about India. So 4 things that you learned from Ms Dilpreet's video. Okay? That is all you have to do today. This is due tomorrow, so it's due on Thursday by the end of the day. So you can watch the video again if you want. Otherwise, you can just watch it now and do the work now, and then you don't have to do socials tomorrow. So remember that when we retell and summarize, we take what we have learned and we put it into our own words. So what you need to do is not worry about doing a quotation using quotation marks. You need to take something that you learned, 4 things that you learned from Ms Dilpreet's video, and write them in your own words. So maybe you learned that what the Oxford of India is, or something else really cool. Maybe you want to write about something that you learned specifically about Ms Dilpreet. It's up to you. But that's all you have to do today is write the dates, your LO, and then 4 things that you have learned from the video. So I look forward to reading it, and I hope that you enjoyed Ms. Dilpreet's presentation.